morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners out there. We are back with another week of the Triple Threat Podcast. It is, according to our notes, week 24. We have our water, we have our lemon cookies, and the PWHL has come out with their awards, and I think Miggy's got all of them set for us.
Oh yeah, bud. I got some awards. I got some final roster moves for the last couple of days for the expansions. There's also a couple of trades that happened in the PWHL, and two of them is from an expansion team. As well as I have the draft order that the PWHL draft is going to be in, which doesn't change unless, again, there's
Draft trades.
Exactly. So, I am going to start with the awards. I'm going to keep Chris's favorite last. So, Coach of the Year is Chris Spar. He was, I'm pretty certain, I had it written down, but I can't really read my writing. So, I'm pretty sure it was the Charge, but now he's with San Jose.
So, just for those at home, Miggy had the misfortune of when he tried to do his note taking.
Everything was dead.
Yeah, he tried to take his note taking for the PWHL. His laptop was dead. His tablet was dead. His phone was dying.
It's at 2%.
Yeah, so we going back to the notepad or notebook for a little bit here.
Rookie of the Year was Haley Wynn.
So she do be winning that award.
Oh, yeah. Defender of the Year, we all know this name because she hurt us bad in the Olympics. Morgan Keller.
Yeah.
Forward of the Year, Kelly Panic, she was the first one to get to 30 levels, 30 points.
Are we like, what level? What new stat are we tracking here?
30 points.
Okay.
And as her last name suggests, she really doesn't panic. Now, playoff MVP, Captain Clutch, Marie-Philippe Poulin. MVP was Frankel, Boston's goaltender. And the goalie of the year, also Frankel.
You know, I half expected you to say that they were two different winners for the goalie award and for the MVP. It's like, yes, Frankel won the MVP, but you didn't win the goalie of the year award. Would have knocked me out of the park.
What?
What do you mean?
Yeah. So now talking about the final phase 4 of kind of getting their roster finish, only one expansion team doesn't have a goalie right now. So I'll actually start with Hamilton.
Right, there are 4 expansion teams or 2?
4.
What?
So Detroit doesn't have a goalie as of right now, but Detroit also has a little bit of a cluster of things happening right now.
They're busy.
Yeah. So Hamilton, and there are names that I have said last week, but these are the 10 players as of now that are signed for every team. So Brianne Jenner, which is a forward. Another forward, they have signed Alina Muller, Emily Clark, a Saskatoon gal, Abby Hustler, we hustling, and Peyton Hemp. Those are the 4 or 5 forwards that they have signed. And then Hamilton signed 4 defensemen with Nicole Forsling, who won defenseman, not defenseman of the year. She was in the all-rookie team as a defenseman. Zoe Boyd, Riley Brangman, and Allison Simpson. And their goalie is Kaylee Osborne. I honestly think this team is going to be a threat.
Kaylee Osborne, as in, like, daughter of, like, Chris Osborne? No, that's Osgood. Sorry, yes. I'm getting my names mixed up. For a moment, I thought we had generational talent coming down the line here.
No, she did look pretty good for the Sirens, but it's going to be interesting. And then you have Las Vegas, who honestly is a 50-50 coin toss. It'll depend with the chemistry they have. So their defenseman is May Batherson, Kendall Cooper, Erin Ambrose, and Megan Carter. Their forwards that they have signed are Abby Boren, Katie Knoll, Marvin Murphy, Haley Knight, Hillary Knight, Hillary Knight and Haley Skumura. And then they signed goaltender Nicole Hensley.
Do we need to talk about your handwriting? Because
I think it's.
I don't know if you can read your own handwriting.
No,
here.
I think it's because I see a name, and then I scan it, and then I go automatically to the next one. Because so I started with Haley Knight, but the next person on my list was Haley Skumura. So I need to just focus on every single.
your mouth is falling behind your brain.
Yeah. Now San Jose, the five forwards are Natalie Milinkova, Maggie Connors, Maddie Wheeler, Christine O'Neill, and Anne Trukovsky. Their defenseman is Rory Gilday, Hadley Hartsmitz, Maria Kiopel, and Danielle Pejzova. Sorry. And then their goaltender is Corrine Schroeder. Now Detroit. Detroit's interesting. You know those 2 expansion trades I told you about?
Yes.
Both are Detroit.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So they had their expansion draft and then immediately started trading?
Yeah. For picks. So they have 6 forwards and 4 defensemen right now on their team. No goalie. Their 6 forwards are Daryl Watts, Hannah Bilka, Britta Curl Salama, Jesse Comfort, Taylor Gerard, Shian Darkangelo, and Hella Huber. And then their 4 defensemen are Layla Barnes, Sydney Bard, and Nina Jobsmith. I was actually wrong. They had 7 forwards and 3 defensemen.
Oh, so even more unbalanced.
Yeah. Now, here are the trades. And we talked about this one last week, how it was rumored, but 95% sure. Hillary Knight was traded to Detroit, and in return, Las Vegas got a first-round pick. Now, Detroit did trade their number 22 and their number 34 pick. Sorry. Boston did trade their number 22 pick and their number 34 pick to get Detroit's number 27th pick, as well as get back Ella Huber. So they lost Ella Huber to the expansion draft to Detroit.
Yeah.
And then they had to send 2 picks to go get her back.
I mean, that's placing a lot of value on somebody that you're familiar with, but damn.
Yeah, I'm just like, as a player, I feel like that kind of like a, oh.
I mean, oh yeah, it's a feel good. It's like, oh, they really want me back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, they were willing to give up 2 picks for me. Why weren't they willing to protect me?
Maybe they thought
you
that.
know? Like so, maybe they did have, 4 or 5 other players that they rather
maybe.
attack, but like 2 picks is a lot.
Yeah, but they did get a pick back though.
Oh, okay. So really, it was a
kind of lost. So not Las Vegas, but Boston sent their number 22 and their number 34, and they received with Hella Huber a number 27th pick.
Okay.
So basically, smack in the middle of the 2 almost. Now here is the draft order. Now, obviously, due to the fact that Las Vegas got Detroit's first-round pick, it will change. So it's Vancouver, Seattle, Detroit, which is now Las Vegas due to that trade, San Jose, Las Vegas, Hamilton, New York, Toronto, Minnesota, Boston, Ottawa, Montreal. And that is what it is unless trades erupt.
So Las Vegas is getting what? 2 top 6 picks?
2 top 5.
2 top 5?
No, 2 top 5. Yeah, 2 top 5. So
I mean that's a lot of value. So
yup, a lot of value. So yeah, not Minnesota has lost a lot of their players, but Detroit seemed to be doing what the Golden Knights did when they first came out and trade a lot of players to get picks in the draft, and it seemed to have worked. Obviously, they made the Stanley Cup final in the first round. So
Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the Montreal Canadiens. Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about Vegas Knights. When they
Oh,
opened up, they signed for a bunch of first round picks and they made it to the first
oh,
on their
we're
first
referencing
season.
that. Oh, okay,
So they could
okay.
potentially also make that as well.
Obviously, I'm paying 100% attention to what you're saying.
Now you'll be paying attention to this because we got a Saskatchewan coach going in the big leagues. And we're pretty proud of that due to the fact that we were over there yesterday. So the Huskies assistant coach for their hockey program, Christine Bumstead, is going to be the new head coach for the Seattle Torrent.
Sorry, she was an assistant coach here at the U of S?
Yep.
So she went from university assistant coach to PWHL head coach. I mean, that's a solid jump.
Yep. And just for the statement of Steve Cook, the head coach of the Husky women's hockey program, we are so incredibly proud of Christine. She was clearly trusted in Seattle, and the tournament recognized the same elite coaching talent in her that we did. Christine has embraced learning at early stage of her career, and is no surprise she was ready when this opportunity came along. We're very proud of her and excited to cheer her and the tournament on next season. So I almost feel like we gotta follow the Torrents this upcoming season because of this now. So we'll have to see because yeah, I'm pretty proud that a Saskatchewan coach is making it in the big leagues. Now,
I mean, Saskatchewan's in Canada, and hockey is Canada's sport. I will not elaborate further on that statement, but
for people who don't know, Chris is very much pro hockey is Canada's sport.
And you're not?
I will be left out of this.
Do not whisper in the mic. You are also pro hockey Canada. Hockey is Canada's sport. Do not leave me alone on this hill. You will die on this hill with me.
Now, NHL news.
From hockey to hockey.
Last podcast, Vegas was up 2-1. Hurricanes have won 3 in a row to win the Stanley Cup. Jordan Staal being the oldest Conn Smythe winner. And on top of that, Carolina have the biggest age gap for Conn Smythe winners, with Jordan Staal at 37. And I don't remember who won it in 2006, but he was 22 years old.
Your guess is better than mine.
And with no surprise, because he has been asked this, and he did, as Torts does always, answered with, once the season's over, I'm out of here. Tortorella has left the Knights the minute the playoffs was done. He was literally brought in just to give the Knights the extra oomph he needed, because he is a very straight to business kind of guy. Like, I don't take no crap from no one, no excuses kind of guy. So now
that is a crazy mindset to like go in with.
Yeah.
Of just, I'll be your head coach for a year and I'll work my magic, but then I'm gone.
Not even a year. He showed up maybe 4 weeks before playoffs.
That's ridiculous.
So there are 2 trades that happen in the NHL due to the fact that the Stanley Cup is over. Now they're allowed to do trades. They're not allowed to do free agency yet, so they can do signings and trades. The Avalanche and Predators have a trade. So goalie Magnus Strona from Predators is going to Avalanche, and Avalanche is also grabbing a 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 third-round pick. In return, the Predators get Ross Colton, which is a forward, and goalie is Isaac Push. So a goalie trade with Ross Colton. Ross Colton is a very good mid-6 guy. He's a little physical. He has the shot. He makes pretty good passes too, so that'd be a good addition for Predators, and maybe that'll help them kind of get in their groove. Now,
I mean, the whole West needs to get into their groove. So
fair. Philly and Toronto also made a trade, and I've heard not a lot of Toronto fans are happy about this one, but that makes me happy. So Toronto have traded their young goaltender Joseph Woll and their defenseman Simon Benoit to Philly, and in return, Toronto will get Samuel Earson, another goalie, defenseman Emil Andrea, which is a prospect, and a 2026 third round pick. So that's going to be interesting.
Is Toronto finally going into rebuild mode?
Maybe.
Have they finally accepted that they'll never win a Stanley Cup again?
Maybe, you know. Well, I mean, with upcoming news, they are the longest ones to not win any championships still.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all I have for the NHL and the PWHL. Sorry, I'm getting excited for some football later on, but
Did we go over the all-rookie team for the NHL?
dang,
Because I'm pretty
Chris
sure
got me.
that got announced.
Yeah, they did. Chris got me.
And one of your boys is on it.
Two of my boys.
Two of your boys is on it.
Two. I have it written down here, and I was looking at my notepad, and Chris got me. God, that's why we went technology.
Yeah, because you can't handle multiple sources of information coming at you. Need it all in one place.
All rookie team has been announced, Chris. And here are the 6 candidates that got the place.
I mean, it's not even candidates at that point. I mean, they've just been selected to the rookie team.
Yeah.
Right.
So
The selections.
Ivan Demidov, Beckett Senecki, and Jimmy Snuggerud were the 3 forwards that got accepted. Now, no surprise, Matthew Schaefer was one of the defensemen, as well as Alexander Nikishin. Nikishin, yeah. I always have trouble saying his name. I don't know why. He played a couple of games last year, and I had trouble saying his name too. And then, the creme of the creme, Jakub Dobish.
The playoff Jesus.
Is the best rookie goaltender this season.
He's one of the best goaltenders.
And then the only award that didn't get awarded last week was Kucherov winning the Hart Trophy. Yada, yada, yada. That's a second. On to the NFL.
You're so excited.
Literally nothing happened this week. That was interesting.
Well, I mean, again, how do we compare to Myles Garrett?
So,
and all of that
players that were foreseen to re-sign with their teams have re-signed with their teams. No big names have been thrown out, and no big trades or mishaps or anything has happened. There's literally not a lot that happened.
We're just waiting for preseason and preseason practices and all that stuff to get started. So that should be happening soon, within the next month or so, I would think.
Yeah, should be pretty soon, actually.
And that's when all of the drama happens, because then all the players get their pre, during, and post-practice interviews. Then you got some that are like, oh, yes, I love being here. And some that are like, oh, yeah, I hate being here. Speaking of which, the other week, I saw a couple of photos from some of the NFL's, I guess, sort of like spring training camps or whatnot.
Okay.
And I saw some photos of Myles Garrett on the Rams, and remind me of the guy who
Jared Verse.
The absolute, just polarity in terms of how they look is insane. Myles Garrett looks like he's on cloud 9. He is so happy to be on a contender. And, dude, poor Verse. I feel so bad for him, because the thing is that he's not bad. He's actually really good.
He's made Pro Bowls.
Yeah, he's made Pro Bowls. He's still got potential. But
it's just Myles Garrett.
Yeah, but he looks so miserable.
Now, there was a thing.
Practices.
So there's 2 things actually from Jared Verse, now that you bring it up. Is one, when he got told he got traded, he had one request. Was that he tells the team and not the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Which that I'm more than fine with. As a player myself, if I get traded, I want to tell the boys.
Oh, yeah. The business has happened already. Now it's just the interpersonal
Now,
stuff.
I don't know who else on the Browns has number 8. But Jared Verse's number is number 8. In training camp, you are allowed to both wear the number 8, but once preseason starts, someone's going to have to give up the number 8. And it does not look like Verse wants to give it up.
See, I get it. I get it. Because sports fans, and especially sports athletes, I mean, I'll use you an example. Very superstitious. right? Guys will play with a certain jersey number or a certain couple of jersey numbers
Talking about
their
jersey
whole
numbers,
lives.
I
Right?
swapped my jersey number.
For what?
23.
But for what?
Soccer.
Oh, for soccer. I was like, dude, you play like 5 sports right now.
Just 3.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a slow pitch tournament next weekend.
Exactly. So 4. But speaking of which, players are extremely superstitious, and a lot of them are very protective of the numbers that they've grown up playing and have played a lot with. I mean, you have stories of guys either being willing to pay, the other player that's got the number.
Radnan bought a watch
Yeah,
to Robinson,
yeah.
and then 2 weeks later got traded. So Robinson got a Rolex and his number.
Right? Like, players will do just about anything. I mean, you have. I'm gonna talk about the NBA a little bit, even though we haven't gotten to that. So I mean, there are some like NBA guy, like well, not NBA guys, but some of the guys that are coming up in this upcoming draft, basically being like, "Hey, I don't want to get drafted to this team because this team has so and so that has my number, and I know they're not going to give it up. So don't draft me because I want my number." Right? So it'll be interesting to see, what happens with Verse and the other player wearing number 8. But like some of these, these guys are particular with their.
Oh
numbers.
yeah, you gotta have to pay him off and everything. Now going into the other football, where we finally played and finally won.
The better football, but only better right now because they actually have games.
Yeah. So the CFL had 3 games. Week 1 and 2 are officially in the books. I don't know why I said 1 and 2.
Yeah, you spoke about week 1 last week.
Yeah, I know, but like, I really wanted to just be excited that it's.
To be fair, you're a Riders fan, and you only had your first game in week 2, so it kind of feels like
in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, so it kind of feels like week 1 and week 2 are just the same thing.
Preseason 3, week 1.
Yeah.
Anyways, Thursday, Hamilton play against Winnipeg. Hamilton wins 37-27. Now, I do remember me and you kind of talked when we were doing our little predictions that Hamilton could be like a little dark horse. Yeah. Winnipeg did dominate the air, but Hamilton dominated the ground. So, whichever one, Winnipeg was just great in the air. Hamilton was just plowing.
Yeah.
Winnipeg did make a good attempt in the 4th by scoring 14th, but that really doesn't do anything when your opposition that is already ahead of you makes 13 points in the same quarter.
Yeah, it's like a good effort. Your defense just really didn't give you a chance.
Yeah. So now Carrick Wheatfeld had 3 receptions on 5 targets for 102 yards. That's a 34 average per reception, which is more than a first down. By far.
Remind me, Miggy.
Yeah.
How many yards is a first down?
10.
Wow. That's like 3.5 first downs per catch. Crazy.
If you people could only see Chris's face right now, I'm terrified. Help me. Larry Roundtree III had 23 carries for 124 yards. As well as Winnipeg had 4 receivers with 79 plus yards reception. Like 4 guys that had 79 yards and more reception wise.
When I mean you still lost.
Yeah, when
you only got 27.
Yeah, when I mean Winnipeg like dominated the air, they dominated the air.
It's a little ridiculous.
Now, Toronto versus Montreal. Montreal wins 37-30. Montreal had a 20-point 4th quarter.
Are you?
Yeah. So 20 of their 37 points came in the 4th quarter.
The last 15 minutes, yeah.
Both teams threw 400 plus yards. Toronto had 3 players with 80 plus receiving yards. And Montreal, Tyson's Philpott went 9 reception on 12 targets, 193 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's crazy.
That's some good numbers.
You're like almost at 20 yards per carry. You're more than 20 yards.
You're more than 20 yards per carry with 2 maximum scores. And being targeted 12 times and coming down with 9 of them is
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Because after about the 7th target, they're sending doubles at you.
Now you're gonna like this one because it has a defensive player on the stats.
Yeah, but I also don't like this one because of the final score.
Hey, we are a Saskatchewan podcast.
You know what? And I am biased for my BC boys.
Saskatchewan Roughriders beat Chris's lame BC Lions 31-27. Now, mind you, the BC Lions were winning with 2.5 minutes left in the fourth.
They choked it.
Oh yeah, I was puckered up.
They choked it.
So Saskatchewan had a slight edge in the air. BC had a slight edge on the ground, like nothing drastic, but the edge was there. BC Justin McInnes had 8 receptions for 129 yards, which is solid. Saskatchewan had 3 receivers with 90-plus yards. Schaefer Baker at 11 reception, 165
What
yards.
a name.
Yeah.
He lobs it up to Schaefer Baker.
Yeah. Had 11 receptions for 165 yards. Johnson had 9 receptions for 131 yards. And Emilis had 6 receptions for 91 yards, as well as 3 touchdowns.
Red zone threat.
Oh, yeah. They everywhere it went, the 3 touchdowns, Emilis. And then Saskatchewan linebacker Brooks Jr. had 13 tackles. The average for a linebacker is 8. I'm just saying.
He said, "See ball, go to ball."
There's no one close to him. He is the only person in the last 2 weeks that has double digits in a game. Everybody else has double digits because they played 2 games.
He wanted those tackles.
There's people that have played 2 games and don't have double-digit tackles. There's people that play 2 games and have 2 tackles. This guy has 13 in 1 game.
That's solid. That's impressive.
Upcoming games next week. We are in week 3. So on Friday, BC will be playing Hamilton. That's an interesting one.
That'll be fun to watch. I do think the Lions come out with that victory, but the Ticats, I mean, we've said it 5 times before. We'll say it again. They're an interesting team.
Yeah, they could definitely be like a Trojan horse of
we
friendly.
Yeah, like I'm gonna look forward a little bit in the schedule. I would honestly put that as my game of the week.
Yes,
just as the.
I'll agree with you on that one. Battle of Ontario here. It's Saturday, Toronto versus Ottawa at 11 in the morning. And then once you're done finishing that, you can watch the Montreal and Edmonton game at 2 p.m. And once you're done watching that, you can watch the Saskatchewan and Calgary game at 5 p.m.
What a treat for Canadian football fans.
I think I'm just going to get TSN and just play on 11 and just go.
I mean, I'm at work, but I got TVs at work. We're going to have football on all day.
So, other than that, Rough Riders look good. Like, Schaefer Baker for 11 reception, 165 yards was crazy. And Emilis with 3 touchdowns. Brooks Jr. with 13 tackles. Crazy numbers. Deserved the win. Sorry, Chris, about your BC Lion boys. Not really.
Deserved the win, yes. It was a close game, though. It was a very close game.
Now, I have talked quite a bit due to the fact that these are kind of me sports.
Yeah, I needed to shut up.
Yeah, so I'm going to bounce the ball onto your court.
For those at home, that was Miggy's grand attempt at making a basketball pun, seeing as we're going into the basketball segment. I respect it.
It was awful.
I don't like it. was bad. It was bad.
I know. I'm trying.
But it's fine. Now, the same weekend that the NHL playoffs came to a conclusion and declared a winner, so did the NBA playoffs. The New York Knicks have won their first Larry O'Brien trophy in 53 years.
The Knicks.
The Knicks have won a game. And now when you go back to watch that Disney movie, Soul or whatever it was, and
I saw that. It's like, I've been messing with these guys for years. Number 22.
Lose another one. Well, they didn't lose this time. They win in 5 games. Game 4 came down to the wire. Knicks won 107-106. As a former Raptors fan, this game kind of broke my heart to watch, but also I was really glad for him because the former Raptor, OG Anunoby, was the savior of this game for the Knicks with a rebound layup with, I think it was 0.2 seconds left.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Jalen Brunson had himself again, 33 points, 7 assists, 3 3 steals. OG also had 33 points on very efficient shooting. He shot 10 for 15 from the field and 7 of 9 from 3. Wembanyama, 24 points, 13 rebounds. Now, Miggy would not say this next stat, but I'm going to say it. Wembanyama only shot 9 for 25.
That's some Miggy stats right there.
he shot less than 40%. But the rookie, Dylan Harper, 21 points, and he shot 8 for 12. So he had a solid game coming off the bench. Game 5, the deciding match.
Defensive game, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it was solid, close game. Game 5, New York wins 94-90 in San Antonio. So they don't get to win the championship in front of their home crowd, but
it's okay.
Championship's a championship.
The home crowd was busy destroying New York.
Yeah, and we will get to that. Now, if you want to talk about a defensive game, Game 5 was defensive. New York shot 36%, San Antonio shot 38% as teams. So combined, they shot
37%.
Yeah. Brunson had the game of his life, though. He had 45 points, shot 52%, 57% from 3, and went 13 for 15 from the free throw line.
That means the rest of the team shot like 20%.
Just garbage, honestly. Dylan Harper, another great game. 25 points, 53% from the field, 50% from 3. Kid's a stud. Kid is going to be great. Wembanyama, another bit of a struggle game. 19 points, 14 rebounds, 7 of 19 from the field. So with that, again, the New York Knicks win their first championship in 53 years. Now, a little fun fact to go along with that. The last time the New York Knicks were in the finals was in 1999. You want to take a guess at which team they were facing in those finals?
If you give me that look, I'm going to say the Spurs.
It was the Spurs. You want to know in how many games they lost that finals?
If you're giving me that look, I'm going to say the same amount of games.
So the script completely flipped from, 27 years ago. Back in 1999, the San Antonio Spurs beat the Knicks in 5 games for the championship, and in 2026, the Knicks beat the Spurs in 5 games for the championship. Now, a couple of fun stats to go along with this kind of finals and playoffs. Now, a big thing with the NBA in the last few years is that viewership has been tanking. You know, people don't really like to watch the games as much as they used to. Games don't always feel so competitive. The whole flopping epidemic has really...
I've read that the viewership was kind of high on this.
So the 2026 NBA Finals was the most watched finals since 98. It was the most watched finals in the last 28 years. On average, between ABC and ESPN, there were 20.6 million concurrent viewers. Game 5, on its own, averaged 24.5 mil and peaked at 33 million viewers.
Probably at the end.
Yeah, I would assume so. Not only were the finals the most watched since 98, so were just these playoffs in their entirety. And to top it all off, the finals generated 15 billion total views, with Game 5 alone generating 4 billion.
Damn.
So, in terms of a viewership standpoint, in terms of a bringing people back into the game and back into the NBA, this postseason has been wondrous. And it feels weird to say, because going back on your point about the New York fans kind of celebrating, if you even want to call it what they did, Tasmanian Devils. This postseason has been good for the NBA and just good for basketball in general. And good on the Knicks for winning. Good on OG Anunoby. He gets another championship. But yeah, if there are any people from New York listening in,
why?
I'm gonna need y'all to calm down. Just chill out a little bit. Take it from me as a Vancouver Canucks fan who has not been a part of the riots, but has seen those riots and felt the same, but in a more negative light. You can't be destroying everything just because you want. And I feel bad for the police officers and everybody's vehicles who got tarnished and just torn to shreds and set on fire, but y'all gotta calm down. Just a little bit.
I got a question for you real quick. The last 8 years, has been Toronto Raptors, Los Angeles Lakers, Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors, Denver Nuggets, Boston Celtics, Oklahoma City Thunders, and New York Knicks. That's 8 years of 8 different. Do you like that better than the
oh
dynasties?
my goodness, I much prefer it. From a competitive viewing standpoint, I hate dynasties. In all honesty, now dynasties are fine. Hell, if you have the capacity as like a general manager or the team to build a dynasty, go for it. You'll be legendary. But from a fan standpoint, as somebody who just wants to watch good basketball, I hate it. Like, I respect the Dynasty Warriors back from like 2015 through 20
And the Bulls.
And the Bulls, right? But like the Bulls were before my time, but like that Warriors team, when it was happening, I hated that. Just out of principle. Because whenever they come up, whenever I'd watch them, it was the same old story. Oh, they're just gonna win. There's no interest, there's no intrigue, there's no what might happen. But looking back on it, I can respect them. They're a great dynasty. But to go back to your question, I much prefer this.
Not knowing who's going to win.
Yeah, I really like the anticipation and just sort of like the shroud of mystery behind like, okay, this team was awful last year. Oh, wow, they're top of their conference this year. But, oh, wait, they got eliminated in the second round, right? That's some interesting storylines and some fun basketball to watch. So I really like what's been happening. Now, to move over to a league that we've said it probably every week so far is, really getting into mid-season form at this point, the MLB and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays had a rough week.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a rough week, but they also had kind of a short week. They had 2 days off, which was very strange.
Not like that. I got home from work and I was like, yeah, Blue Jays off. Huh? Hockey's done. Blue Jays off. I don't have TSN. I can't watch football. So, like, what do I do now?
Pirate. But speaking of the Blue Jays, go back to last Tuesday, June 9th. They get the 3-2 win against Philadelphia. Jesus Sanchez went 3 for 4, had a home run, a double. Dylan Cease in his return pitched 6 innings, only allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 11 strikeouts. That man has not missed a beat. That hamstring did not slow him down whatsoever. Wednesday, June 10th, was a 7-4 loss to Philadelphia, which ended up being the series deciding game. So the Jays lose the 3-game series against Philadelphia. A bright spot, though, was Miles Straw. He went 3 for 4. And he got ran in one of the times that he got on base. Miles Straw has been playing really solid. And I have told you this before many times, Miggy. Miles Straw is that guy is like really good on defense, really good outfield defender, very fast on the bases. But as a batter, just such a liability. But this year, he's apparently decided that he knows how to hit. And I, for one, am very much here for that.
Yeesh.
Now, Friday, June 12th, against the Yankees, the much-hated Yankees.
The Yankees lose.
The Yankees lose. The Jays win 8-5.
Oh, but who came back?
The biggest story of the night was Captain Kirk. Alejandro Kirk made his return, and it was a loud return. He went 3 for 3 with a double, a walk, and 2 RBIs.
Oh, yeah, but that thumb was good.
that thumb looked good. It worked good. Along with him, George Springer went 1 for 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. What do you mean Springer only had 2 at-bats? He homered on that 1 hit.
Okay.
For 2 RBIs. He was walked 3 times and got ran in 3 times.
It's efficient.
It's efficient. That might be one of his best plate discipline games since I've seen him on the Jays.
Dang.
Now, the week kind of ended really sour. We do lose to the Yankees on back-to-back games over the weekend. We lose 3-1 on Saturday and 8-3 on Sunday, which was not good. Saturday, Gossman started. He went 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, and 7 strikeouts.
Just didn't get no help.
Just didn't get any help. Okamoto, he went 1 for 3 and hit a home run. That was our only run of that game. Sunday, the 8-3 loss.
It was like the 3rd level.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the 500 level in Rogers Center.
Dude.
He crushed
You
it.
see, like, Guerrero's reaction. He was like,
Like, I know Guerrero's an expressive guy, but when you get him to react stunned like that, you did something good. Now, in the 8-3 loss, there were a couple of bright spots. Davis Schneider went 2 for 3, had a home run and a walk. Lucas went 3 for 5, had a double and an RBI, and Okamoto went 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. So we had our chances. We did score 3 runs, and we left, I think it was 9 runners on base. So not great, but the whole issue was that we let up 8 runs.
yeah.
Now, the upcoming games, it is a very, very busy next week and a bit.
Nice.
The Jays went from a week where they had 2 days off to a week where they won't have any days off. June 16th through 18th, they're in Boston. June 19th through 21st, they're in Chicago.
Oh, so yeah, they got a 6-day away stand.
6-day away stand. And then they come back home for a quick 3-day home stand against Houston, 22nd to 24th. That's their upcoming week. No days off. Just 9 straight days of games, which sucks. I'm going to be honest. Two rest days in a week is kind of like, gonna get rusty. But now you're going 9 straight days just with no rest. I mean, Schneider, the manager, not the batter, is gonna have to make some decisions on when to give guys days off.
Yeah.
And mind you, we've got the roster that we've got guys we can call up to fill in those spots if need be. But I'm not looking forward to it. But the biggest thing about the Jays this whole season, I will say it again and I will forever say it until the postseason, and likely through the postseason, is the injury list. We have some really good news this week, though. So, Alejandro Kirk, he came back.
Yeah, good news.
Max Scherzer, he came back, didn't have a great game, though. But he's back. He's back. Addison Barger, he's been hitting off a machine, and he's been doing some outfield throwing, and has a rehab assignment soon.
In Buffalo?
But I would assume so. Yeah. They didn't elaborate on that, but he should be in rehab assignments right away here, and that was updated today. Shane Bieber has a rehab start tomorrow, June 17th, and they are hopeful that that's his last rehab start before they can bring him back up.
I hope
to
so
the Jays.
too.
Yimi Garcia, he is scheduled to pitch AAA, or he was scheduled to pitch AAA today, and that will hopefully be his last rehab start.
There's some big names coming
So
back.
ideally, we've got Bieber and Garcia coming back right away. Dalton Varsho, which is kind of the big kind of kick in the groin, he has started hitting. He's starting to hit again today, and they're hopeful that he returns later this month.
Okay.
Now, the big, I guess, not big news, but the name that I thought I wasn't going to hear about until later down. Ricky Tiedemann, the left-handed pitcher, that prospect that I mentioned we had heard nothing on since April.
Yeah.
They finally had an update on him.
Nice.
So he made his first game appearance with the FCL affiliate today after 706 days.
Because he had the
away from a game.
tummy.
I don't completely remember what it was, but no, he's a prospect, and he had some small injury, and then it seemed like he just disappeared entirely, almost from the organization entirely. But apparently he's still with us, and he made a game appearance, and with that they do plan to actually set him on like a build-up schedule and to get him on rehab and whatnot. But a return date obviously has still not been provided.
But
It's
an update.
It's an update. This is very, very early rehab. Now, football's better cousin, rugby, but maybe that's a biased opinion. The MLR, they had their semifinals this past week. It was the Seattle Seawolves against the California Legion. California actually gets this win 43-34. Seattle was supposed to win this.
Damn.
California led in tries 4-3. They also led in conversions 4-2. Penalty goals, however, was even at 5. California made 545 meters, while Seattle only made 459, still fairly close. the biggest deciding factor in this game was the fact that Seattle had a red card at the 36th minute.
Does that work like soccer where they take
Yes.
the guy out?
Yeah.
So they were down a man.
They were down a man right before halftime before the entire second half.
Yeah, that would give California an edge.
That would explain it. That was played on June 14th. Now, June 15th, the highly anticipated game, not because it was high profile, but because me and Miggy were really hoping for an upset. The Chicago Hounds beat Old Glory DC 59-22.
It's okay, California got it.
It was not competitive. The Chicago had 8 tries to Old Glory's 3. They made 511 meters to Old Glory's 444. But the funniest stat about this is Old Glory actually led in possession. They had 52% of the possession time in this game.
What?
Making the face you're making is the reason why I really hope we go to video soon, because I wish I had a recording of that. Now,
y'all gonna put a camera just in my face so like Jay could just zoom in,
just quick shots of your actions. So, Chicago Hounds, California Legion, they will play in the championship game on June the 21st. And that will conclude the MLR season. Which will be nice. Or not nice, but it'll be a nice conclusion. This is the first year that I'm hearing about the MLR, and it's been nice to cover them. Knowing that we actually do have sort of like a professional rugby league here in North America has been really nice. Really nice. So that'll end next week, and I look forward to continuing to cover them. Now, the segment that I have been waiting for the past, what has it been, 45 minutes of recording. The Saskatoon Mamba are not garbage.
Disclaimer before he goes off, we were at the game last game, and he's about to go off.
The Saskatoon Mamba go 2 for 2 this past week. They had 2 games, they won both. June 10th, they were against the bottom of the league, Calgary Surge, and they win 94-88. Tavian Dunmartin had 28 points, 10 assists, and 3 steals. Jalen Williams, 15 points. Jaden Bediako had 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Now, here's the fun thing about this game. Calgary actually set the target score. They set the target score at 93 when they were ahead 84-82. Now, I'm going to foreshadow a little bit here. When me and Miggy were at the game yesterday, Miggy made a comment of, the Mamba, they're just a fourth quarter team. So, apparently, that's true. They were down 2 when the target score was set. They win by 6 points. They actually go over the target score. Jaden Bediako was the one who hit the game winner with just a winning 2-pointer. Now, the game we went to, June 15th, it was against the Ottawa Blackjacks, who, I didn't realize this. Apparently, there's some, history between the Saskatoon Rattlers, before they were the Mama, and the Ottawa Blackjacks. Apparently, these 2 teams have had some, really good, competitive close games throughout the years. Now, I'm not even going to say the final score just yet. Tavian Jones had 16 points. Jalen Williams had 13 points, 7 rebounds. Jaden Bediako had 13 points, 12 rebounds. Devontae Bandu had 12 points. DeJuan Gordon had 11 points. Trey Townsend had 11 points. We had 6 guys with at least 11 points this game. Absolute team effort. It was so fun to watch. Ottawa set the target score at 96 points when they were ahead 87-78. The Mamba were down 9 points when the target score was set. The Mamba were down by as many as 17 points during this game. They were down by 17 multiple times, too, between the third and fourth quarters.
Yep.
The Saskatoon Mamba come back to win this game 96-94.
I'm just saying my chant works, man. I went 7 for 8.
Basketball free throws are named free throws because they're supposed to be 3 points. The Mamba stressed me out so much because they just couldn't hit their 3 throws. However, in going into the second quarter, me and Miggy, our seats were so good too. If there's ever a game at Merlis Belcher Place again, I'm aiming for those seats. We had a railing right in front of us. So in the fourth quarter, I think the Mamba had probably about 8 free throws or something. And every time, me and Miggy just hands together, like leaning on the, on the railings. Please go in, please go in, please go in. There was a point in the fourth quarter where it was 93 to 91 for Ottawa. And one of the Mambas guys takes a 3-pointer and gets fouled.
Oh,
And
bud.
And for those of you at home, in basketball, when you get fouled on a shot, you get the amount of shots that your shot attempt would have been worth had you made it.
Chris did not look at a single shot.
So this guy, 95, I don't remember the name, but I remember the jersey number, goes to the free-throw line for 3 free throws in a do-or-die moment, like clutch time. And 3 free throws in a row is tough. Going 2, pretty easy. It's pretty standard. You practice for that. But getting fouled on a 3-pointer and having to shoot 3 free throws in a row, that's tough. As me said, I didn't watch a single one.
He just waited for the reaction of the crowd.
I put my hands together, my eyes closed, and my head down, and went, please make it, please make it, please make it. Then all I hear is, yeah, they made it. Open my eyes, and then I'm back. All 3 times. And I do want to go through the winning basket by Trey Townsend, because
But did that stress us out?
So the Mamba somehow managed to keep Ottawa from scoring. It was a mess. It was like Ottawa missed a shot. There was like a bit of not a scrum, but like a scramble on the floor. Ottawa, someone gets the offensive rebound, get an easy shot, miss it. We get the rebound, we come back down. Mamba going through their plays, whatnot. One guy like gets the ball, he gets into the paint, kicks it out to Townsend. This guy's in the corner, and the entire arena is just like, oh, he's open enough. He's just going to shoot the 3.
Pump fake.
This guy pump fakes, gets 2 guys in the air. Swear to God, pump fake the whole arena. Makes a move, 1 dribble, and just floats it right over the guy. I was planning to look into season tickets already, but if this is the atmosphere that we got going on for our Mamba, I want to be a part of it. I want to be there.
We'll definitely have to check those out.
So the Mamba are now 4-5 on the season. They are almost at 500. They are coming back. The upcoming schedule is June 19th against Niagara, who are 5-5, and a rematch against Ottawa in Ottawa, who after this game were 4-6. Now to go over to our final hometown team, we have the Saskatoon Berries. And they are a good team. They had a very good week. This past week, June 9th, 6-1 win against Medicine Hat. June 10th, they were supposed to have another game against Medicine Hat, but that got postponed and will be played July 27th.
Okay.
June 11th, we lose 8-6 against Regina. June 12th, we lose 7-5 against Moose Jaw. But that's okay. We come right back June 13th and beat Regina 10-9, and then beat Swift Current on June 14th, 9-5.
Boys are looking good.
The boys are looking good. This coming week, they have a whole just lineup of games. June 16th is against Regina. June 17th is against Moose Jaw. June 18th is against Weyburn. 19th against Regina again. 21st against Swift Current. And then 22nd against Moose Jaw again. So the boys have some games coming up.
They're rolling and they're busy.
Now, one of the goals that me and Miggy had when we set out to cover our more hometown teams is that we really wanted to actually like research the players.
Yep.
Get to know the players a bit more, kind of figure out like who do we like, who's been here a while, like who's liked by the fans and who's good. So I did a little bit of digging and I found 3 hitters and 3 pitchers that are that I will call the berries to watch.
That's very good.
It's very good. Gavin Panks. His batting average is .441. His OPS is 1.153.
Yeah, that's solid.
That is incredible. He is hitting nearly every second at bat, and he is averaging more than a base per at bat. Ethan Murdoch, slightly behind on average at 426, It's still solid. An OPS of 1,068. He has 26 hits and 14 RBIs. Over half of his hits result in RBIs.
Yeah, that's solid.
And the last hitter I want to bring up, Nash Nichols. His average is only 244, but his OPS is 960. So he's not hitting a whole lot.
But he's gonna walk.
But he 11 hits, 13 RBIs, 5 home runs.
Oh, so he's like
This kid,
go big or go
this
home.
kid is all power. He is a 2 outcome batter.
Like,
Which is
swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Oh, I'm getting you out, kid.
he is a 2 outcome batter, which is a term that I only recently kind of came into contact with. It is either he is hitting the ball to the fences or he's walking back to the dugout after 3 pitches.
Like Sanchez.
Yeah. Now, on the other side of the ball, the pitchers. Michael Saul in 16 innings pitched. He's got 2 wins. He's only allowed 7 hits, 1 earned run, 18 strikeouts, 4 walks, and has an ERA of .56.
Dang.
Jackson Fox, 14 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 17 strikeouts, 5 walks, and an ERA of 2.57. Still very solid. It's just kind of hard to match Saul. And then Tanner Hoshik, 7.1 innings pitched, 3 wins. He's allowed 6 hits. He has 9 strikeouts, 3 walks, and an ERA of 0.
So he's definitely a reliever.
Yes, he is 100% the reliever. The stats page is a little funky, but they got the stats there. So this Barry's team is good, and it seems that they are playing 5 to 6 times a week, and for the next month or so.
Okay.
So I have a feeling you and I are going to go to a couple Barry's games because I've also heard that their ticket prices are not too bad.
I heard it was like $15.
Yeah, I heard that you could practically just walk up and just be like, "Hey, you got any extra seats?" They'll be like, "Yeah, you got a tenner on you." Practically,
Get a fiver.
I got a tenner and a fiver. Oh, I'll cut you even. Now, I'm high energy, but I think I'd like to take a bit of an energy break and allow Miggy over here to talk a bit about the other Canadian sport or the other Canadian leagues.
How does Halifax, of all team in the Canadian Premier League, keep a game against the Forge at 1-0?
It's always the ones you don't expect.
Like they put a tight fight. Like it was like possession was almost equal. Game was at a deadlock till the 57th minute. So not really a shocker that Forge won, but it's the fact of by how much.
Yeah, like Ford should have won this 3-0.
It's like Avalanche like winning to Vancouver 2-1. And then Toronto played against Calgary, and the Cavaliers just BTA 5-1. And technically speaking, Cavaliers scored 6 goals.
I think it's less of a technicality and more of a disrespect.
Yeah. So Cav opened up, scoring very quickly in the 10th minute, and then scored in the 44th, the 52nd, the 97th, and the 90th plus 3.
You mean the 87th?
87th and the 90th plus 3. Cavs just dominated. There's no short way of saying it. Now in the bottom feeders, Vancouver won against Pacific. Fairly tightly fought game in the basement dwellings.
I mean, hey, a Vancouver team gets a win. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I will
Upcoming games, there's only 2. Friday, June 26th. So actually not this week, but next week.
Oh, they have a week off?
Basically.
Interesting.
Halifax would be playing Pacific. And Sunday, June 28th, the Cavalier will be playing Supra de Quebec.
All right, the CPL taking a little bit of a break.
Yeah. Then MLS and the National Women's League or Soccer League is still at a standstill. MLS for the FIFA and the National Women's Soccer League usually do take a break at this time, but they're taking a slightly longer one due to FIFA as well.
Okay.
Now, the Northern Super League, though, is still going. Now, Halifax played against Calgary, and Halifax won 2-0. Possession was 41-59 for Halifax.
Like Halifax
Had
had
41. Yeah.
Huh.
3 yellows were given to Calgary and 1 red for Halifax. Halifax played a girl down since the 48th minute.
And they still managed to win 2-0.
Yeah. So I was kind of shocked when I saw that stat because usually you get a card down, and like you said in rugby, like you lose.
Yeah, you are down a player on the field.
So the fact that they were able to keep
this isn't some
42 minutes.
Yeah, this isn't some 2-3 throws or 2 minutes in the penalty box. This is you are playing at a disadvantage the rest of the game.
You're gone.
You're gone.
Toronto did play against Montreal. That was a tightly contested battle, as well as they are the 2 top teams as well. Now, Vancouver played against Ottawa. I am sorry, bud. Ottawa won.
Cries.
Vancouver also had a red card, so that didn't really help them. I looked at the replay of this one because I was really interested because I thought Vancouver was actually going to win this one. But Ottawa just optimized on Vancouver being down a man with the insurance goal at the late in the game in the 87th minute to make it 3-1. But Vancouver did have the upper hand in shots, 20-12.
That's
But
impressive.
Ottawa had the upper hands on shots on goal.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Which Ottawa had 5 shots on goal to Vancouver's 3.
Ooh, yeah.
So, still impressive, the 20-12. And, yeah.
It's a lot of shots wide, though. That's 17 shots that just whiff.
Either whiff or trickle on a defenseman, hit the post.
Yeah.
Upcoming games of the week, you got Vancouver facing Halifax on June 18th. June 21st is Ottawa versus Toronto, and Montreal versus Calgary. The standings as they stand right now is Ottawa in first with 15 points and a record of 5-2-0. Montreal 14 points with a record of 4-1-2. Halifax with 10 points and a record of 3-3-1. Vancouver with 9 points and a record of 3-4-0. Toronto with 8 points and a 2-2-2 record. Yeah, and Calgary with 1 point with a 0-5-1 record.
That's a pity point.
You tied. I don't even remember who they tied. I think they even tied Ottawa.
It looks like they would have tied Montreal. Actually, no, never mind.
It could have been Halifax.
It could have been anything.
Toronto.
Never mind. There, Montreal has 2, Toronto's got 2, and then Halifax has 1 draw. So
yeah,
would have been.
So you know for sure Toronto. Not even. I don't know. But I'm kind of excited because yes, the FIFA's on, but the MLS was actually doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was back and forth. Like even the top teams weren't winning by 4 or 5 goals. It was already tight.
We had some good games. They had those sort of like mid-season kind of mini tournaments going on as well.
So those will be back shortly after the FIFA, and even I think there is some CONCACAF finals that happen right before the semis for the FIFA. So other than that, that is pretty much all for now that I can say it without Jay interrupting. Soccer. Unless you got anything.
No, that about does it for our North American episode. We've been mentioning FIFA a number of times. That is going on, but we will speak about that in our international episode. But that about does it for part 1 of week 24, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.